This video is going to talk about how we can add and edit groups inside of the GeoTab portal. It will also show you how you can apply those groups to different functions inside of the system. If I go to Rules and Groups and open up the rules, you might find that you already have groups in there, or you might find that you're just left with the entire organization. At this point, you can start applying additional groups to the system. Maybe I want to go in and break all my vehicles out by vehicle profile. I can click on the little plus icon here. I can hit save, and now you'll notice I have a new option. I can click on that and add subcategories or child categories to that. Maybe I want a truck option. Again, these are all free-form fields. Maybe I decide that I want a heavy-duty option, and maybe I want passenger car. Great option here now is that I can make this adaptable for whatever I want. It's important to identify what it is that you're trying to break up. Maybe you're breaking them up by vehicle type so you can have different harsh cornering rules for all your different vehicle profiles. Or maybe you're breaking them up by cost centers so users that log in and those managers that log in only see information based on their vehicle or the vehicles that they manage, whether that's for reporting, viewing on a map. Once you have an idea of what you want to break down, this becomes a little bit easier to develop in terms of a structure. So now that we have our vehicle profile and we have that saved, I can now start applying this to a lot of different categories in the system. The first one would probably be the vehicle. So I can go in and open up a vehicle here. I can go to groups, and I can actually go in and say, well, I know that this is a heavy duty option. I can do a quick word sort and pull that up. And now I can go in and actually save this, and it would be applied to all of my heavy-duty options. So if I have a manager who only looks at heavy-duty vehicles, now this vehicle will be applied. So that's how you can apply the group for the vehicle, just making sure you hit save. Another thing that's worthwhile is you can also go and say, well, maybe this is also part of the south option. So you can have one vehicle assigned to multiple groups, even if they're not in the same parent-child relationship. Really easy to do. You can always clear these out at any time and add additional ones to it. The next option is I need to apply maybe my users with specific groups. So I can go in here and actually select exactly what it is that I want to have applied. So maybe again, this is a heavy duty option. And maybe I also want them to be able to view truck as well. Now, anytime this user logs in, they can only see information pertaining to those two items. So whether they're pulling reports, viewing vehicles on a map, whatever that is, that way they can see that data. So now that I have this applied, it allows me to be able to make sure that I have the right users supplied to the right departments or categories that I've set up. Just making sure I hit save. Then you can take this a little bit further. Maybe I actually want to apply this to a zone. I can come into my zone list and go in and type in an address that I want. And then I can go in and apply this to a group. Maybe this is part of the south group. Or maybe this is a heavy duty, I don't know, service center. Something to that effect. Again, now if I set it up, maybe I have a supervisor that's over the south region and heavy duty. They could actually manage this zone because I made it part of their group. But if I had maybe a passenger car vehicle group and this zone wasn't part of that, then that manager wouldn't be able to monitor and adjust that. So that's how you can control a lot of things with some of the different groups. You can apply these to rules and reports, which will be broken down into creating some of those different items. So if you're looking to apply a group to a specific rule, there's a video for that under creating rules and custom rules, as well as we'll also cover that in some of our reports information as well. But that's a really easy way that you can go in and create groups and edit them at any time, move them around to make sure they're fitting the right parameters that you have. The other thing that I'll mention here is if you ever have any questions, maybe you want to reach out to your GeoTab trainer or your support, you can always log in here to the online chat support option and ask any questions that you have, as well as the trainers will also be able to communicate with you. Maybe you just want to set up a training call. A great way to be able to do that is right through here.